Hello everyone! I want to talk about the wrong side. As far as you remember, I always said what the double cross stitch technique, it's not particularly important to think about what the wrong side of embroidery looks like, because it's embroidered on thick canvas. Of course, I embroider on different textures, different bases, but this 11 count canvas is my most popular one, pure cotton. There's such a very wide distance between the needle holes. Then the embroidered pictures, for example, they take 6 or 8 canvas. This fabric itself is much more thinner, but such a canvas requires denser thread. This is exactly what I'm getting at. Everything is very logical in needlework, and accordingly, if I work with full floors, I mean 6 fiber thread, without separating the threads. No, as a rule, it's a 6 thread inside. Now I will try to separate the threads and show them as clearly as possible. In classic floors, classic moulinet, they have 6 threads. Let's take a closer look. You see, 3 and 3 more. You see all 6 threads right now. You can pause this video and count it. As a rule, embroiderers, artists divide embroidery threads into smaller numbers for our projects and can embroider in 1 or 2, 3, 4 threads if necessary. You can also embroider this thicker thread, actually. And I have example on my channel already, just search and enjoy. It was project made in 8 threads. So what I'm actually bringing the story to, the thread itself is dense, and the likelihood what it will unravel is less than if the embroidering with one thin thread, for example. A thin thread may slip out of the canvas due to some frictions. And here there is a huge number of threads in repetition, and they hold themselves on the canvas based on the structure of a double cross itself. It's always impossible to escape from such a natural trap. That's why fixing the thread on the wrong side is not really something important at high magnification, and can show what the attached thread looks like, and it looks like a knot only because it's 6 thread by 6 threads in series. If there was one thread, then the knot would be simply invisible. And if you look at the reverse side at a normal distance, the places where the thread is attached are almost invisible. But there is a trick. What I want to share with you. If you have a desire to make the backside simply gorgeous for some reason, you want to play around, then this can be achieved even with this technique. Let me turn it inside out from the corner and show you how beautiful it looks, and tell you about some nuances what will be useful for you. This is where the first cross was made. Here it was intercepted twice, fixed, a small bunch formed. There is nothing to be afraid or embarrassed about. You see the thread was fixed here, and in principle it's not particularly visible now. And if you set a goal, then you could start the second line from another place and make the fastening completely invisible. What I want to show you now is how beautiful the line looks. Very beautiful from inside out. Please note This is what the reverse side of embroidery using the double cross stitch technique looks like. Then the embroidery from bottom to top or top to bottom. Actually, up or down doesn't matter. Direction is vertical. It's the most important. And in this case, our back side, if we're embroidering, as I said, vertically, in this case, our wrong side will look like this. This is hand embroidery and it looks like smooth machine stitching, just wonderful, beautiful, neat, cross to cross. The reverse side of embroidery itself looks great. Therefore, if you want to achieve a perfect look from the wrong side, then you can embroider crosses vertically in rows, keeping the wrong side in such a pattern. Change the color, adapt to the palette, spend more time for sure, play with the design, try hard and achieve a really great result. But for some, it's more convenient to embroider, and such preference actually I can say more common from left to right or from right to left. Now I will show you direction. So from the beginning to end, and in this area completely different pattern obtained from the wrong side. Take a look. Let's put them together for comparison this way and see the difference. What you can say. This is what the vertical looks like from the inside out, and here like yes, bottom up or top down direction. And if you embroider horizontally from the left to right or right to left, then such wonderful hieroglyphs or runic symbols are formed on the wrong side. Very beautiful, isn't it? You might think what these ancient Egyptian elements of writing. Fantasy is limitless. I'll show you once again what on the front side it's a double cross. I will increase a little bit. This is a double cross, and the reverse side looks like this. And here, reverse side already looks different, but the cross on the front side is the same. Absolutely identical cross. It all depends on the interception and direction of the threads. The most interesting thing is what the direction of a double cross on the front side is the same. I specifically show these important nuances with high magnification. The vertical on the last stitch and the vertical here. Externally, the crosses are no different. Look amazingly identical. But from the inside out, this is not the case, and it all depends on the direction in which these crosses were embroidered one by one. Crossings that are identical in appearance on the front side show different pattern on the back side. I can share another secret right now. If you embroider from the bottom to top or another vertical direction, then in this case such an edge, kind of line. This line is formed, and it's more convenient to hide the thread. Here's a good example. I ran out of thread, and I artificially twisted it so that it became completely invisible. It turns out that you will not have any knots on the wrong side at all. Just fasten thread for the first time, and if you want to have a perfect backside of embroidery using the double cross technique, and if you don't have other technique in this embroidery, then you can try to create such an ideal surface. It will truly be phenomenal at the side. Will be row after row of such beauty. For example, you take a pattern from my store, download any one you like, and embroider according to this logic, cross by cross, change colors based on the diagram, and complete it with vertical lines. And you will have a backside of incredible beauty. By the way, it will even be interesting to look at such a result. Seriously, write and send me please your results. I will be extremely curious to see your progress. When I come up with my designs, this process happens right on the canvas at the present moment in time, and I faced with another task. But if you want to experiment with improving the inside out, then you already kept these the necessary recommendations. It turns out that there will be a certain pattern on the wrong side, and at the same time the back side, in addition to the same pattern, will also have a different embroidery texture. This with the back side will look really cool too. There will be a gorgeous double-sided embroidery if you try hard enough. It's clear what this is a double cross, and we know all its advantages, but this type of some new plexes could also be interesting. What do you think? Even not only for Riverside. Here's a new bonus from this wonderful technique. In the case of embroidery, lines move in a horizontal plane. This is how they often embroider according to patterns with a regular cross. The result is also very pretty Riverside, you see, but you will need to hide the thread in neighboring elements, so what there is enough space for thread to fix it. Here the best area, and therefore there is thickening kind of visible here. It holds up superbly, but it's no longer it's completely invisible as in the previous version, you see. The likelihood of hiding a thread without a trace is maximum in vertical embroidery. It is. So think about it. You are now equipped for the best results in your crafting. You can experiment endlessly, which is what I encourage you to do. Subscribe to the channel, and I hug you until we meet again very, very soon. Please write in comments if it was useful for you, and give me ideas what you want to know more about this technique and in general. See ya!